Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jish and today we're going to be getting this freshly repainted engine back into the GS250 frame. We're going to be sharing all the tips and tricks on how to do this as easy as possible and as clean as possible. So stick around and I hope you enjoy the video. Now for those who have been subscribed a while, you may realise that this is the inner tube that I cut up to fit the XJ650 engine into that frame, and how much of a lifesaver it was having this round the frame so I didn't scratch it at all. Don't get me wrong, that was a much heavier engine, about 110 kilograms, whereas this one's a lot lighter, but I want to use the same principle because I really do not want to scratch the fresh powder coat on this GS250. I'll leave a link here just so you can see how I went about cutting up the inner tube and doing all that stuff and what inner tube I used and so on. But for now, I'm going to use this pre-cut inner tube so we can get the engine straight in. So now we have the frame wrapped up, protected as best as it can be really. Yeah, it's time to get the engine in. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty nervous because there's still chances of me gouging and nicking the frame, and I really don't want to do that because I want to keep this as clean as possible and I don't want it particularly leading to rust or anything like that. So yeah, wish me luck and let's get the engine in. So that is the engine in, only loosely. I've still got to tighten everything up, but I wanted to make sure all the bolts are in, everything has a place and the very best chance of not scratching the frame. Don't get me wrong, I may have, because it is such a difficult thing to do, especially with everything looking brand new. But it's time to take all the tape off, tighten everything up, and just make sure everything's all right. So, wish me luck. The engine is officially in, all the bolts are tightened up, the chain is on, it's tensioned, and it's looking really, really good. Let's get a closer look. there we have it. Let me know what you think down below. I personally really love the look of this, and I think it's starting to look like a really cool bike. It's turning out to be a bit of a resto mod sort of bike, but I love the look of it. It's going to be so practical, but it's also going to be very classic looking, but with new features, and it is really capturing that vibe I'm going for. But this part of the build is where it really excites me, because it means we can now get onto the exhaust, making a full custom stainless steel exhaust system. We can get the wiring on and get that sorted out, get all the new indicators, the lighting hooked up, you name it. This is the really exciting part. Next episode we'll probably be cleaning the carbs because they need to be done. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more, join us on Patreon, and I shall see you in the next video. Peace. Shout out to all my Patreons out there. Thank you for supporting. It really helps the channel grow.